It's no secret that many cat owners prefer cats that are big, chunky, and furry. Perhaps it's because they seem cuddlier when they are in the mood to snuggle. Or maybe we feel more loved when they are begging for food or purring as we feed them. Even though our cats are cute, excess weight isn't good for them. A study found that pets who are leaner live longer than their heavier counterparts. In addition, cats who are healthy weights are less likely to suffer from arthritis and other ailments. The best way to show your love is by managing your cat's weight to help them live a long and healthy life. In this video, we will explore some basic aspects of what is the recommended number of meals per day and when and how often cats should be fed. There has been conflicting advice regarding feeding cats, once a day, twice a day, or just keep the bowl full at all times. Is there a good feeding schedule for cats? The process of feeding your cat does not have to be complicated. We can create a very reasonable feeding plan for cats once we recognize a few key concepts and attributes. Cats are creatures of habit, they tend to follow a routine. By creating a regular feeding schedule and sticking to it, we can take advantage of this fact. A regular feeding schedule gives the security and predictability of a routine to an adult cat. The meal becomes the cornerstone event around which other activities revolve. Feeding routines help your cat cope with household changes. Example, a child leaves for college, a new baby arrives, or a house sitter takes over during a vacation. A feeding routine makes it easier to change food when it is necessary. Cats become conditioned to expect food at certain times when they are fed at the same time every day. Hunger can be a powerful motivator. An appetite increase followed by regular meals will often make transitioning to a new food seamless and straightforward. Cats have a similar stomach anatomy to humans. Since cats have a simple stomach structure, once the stomach is full, food will move into the small intestine within a few hours. In 8 to 10 hours, an empty stomach sends signals to the brain triggering a hunger response. As a result, your cat should eat at least 2 meals per day. Think of what it would be like if you got to eat only breakfast every day. Regular feeding times prepare your cat's body for the food it will receive. It is not recommended to keep the bowl filled and to allow free feeding. A change in eating habits can be a sign of illness. A cat's eating habit becomes stronger when they follow a regular schedule. At a glance, you can tell if all the food from a meal has been consumed. When food is left over, whether it is a full meal or a portion of one, it is a warning sign that something is wrong, and it is advisable to seek vet care if the problem persists. Do kittens need to eat 3 or 4 times a day? The practice of feeding a kitten all it can eat at once is called ad libitum or free choice feeding. This practice may result in juvenile obesity, encourage binge eating, and may even lead to orthopedic issues or diabetes in the future. Eating too much at one meal can also cause stomach discomfort and bloating, which slows digestion. There is evidence that cats have a genetically determined, set point for their adult size. Slower, controlled growth in kittens optimizes body condition in adulthood. What is the recommended number of meals my cat should eat per day? The number of meals a cat eats depends entirely on the family schedule. Cats should eat at least 2 meals a day, about 12 hours apart. Within a few hours of eating, their stomachs begin to empty. It usually takes 8 to 10 hours for their stomach to empty, but when it does, their brain begins getting signals that they are hungry. When more than 12 hours have elapsed between meals, your cat may become nauseated and vomit as a result. There are some cats who don't finish their meals all at once. It is possible they would rather graze. It is true that some cats are able to regulate their food intake fairly well. Establishing mealtime expectations is still a good idea. In the future, if you add another pet to your family, it will be easier to handle. When feeding grazers, measure out the entire day's portion in the morning and offer it several times throughout the day. Create a routine by choosing regular times. Measure the amount of food your cat consumes for the day either with a measuring cup or using a kitchen scale. The use of food toys is another consideration. It is possible to get food toys that drop out kibbles of food intermittently as well as stationary food toys that require the cat to work for the food. It is almost as entertaining for people in your family as it is for your cat to play with food toys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share if you enjoyed the video. Comment below and tell us how often you feed your cat, and do you follow a schedule? See you in the next one.